Welcome back to the Beetlejuice My GM mode for WWE 2K24. Last episode, we finished Season 2. We're here in Season 3. We're going to see the review of our wrestlers from Season 2 and how they're looking so far overall in the series from Season 1 and 2, whoever was in Season 1 and 2 both. And we're just going to go straight into Season 3, get the draft, get our new wrestlers. And we're starting off with our World Heavyweight Champion to end Season 2, Trick Williams. Oh, yeah. 12-6 record, two-time World Heavyweight Champion, one-time United States Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion, one-time MVP, and he indeed whooped that Trick. We have Mommy Rhea Ripley, who is a new addition to the roster last episode. This episode, she's already World Champion, our Women's World Champion, 3-4 record, one-time World Heavyweight Champion. We have our United States Champion and one half of our Tag Team Champions, Randy Keith Orton. I think this is the first time he's been a double champion in GM mode. He was in Season 1, Season 2. Has a lot of accolades, as you can see. I believe this is his first time being a double champion. 20-16 record. I believe he's the first wrestler to reach 20 wins, so shout out Randy. Three-time World Heavyweight Champion, four-time United States Champion. He might have the most world title reigns and U.S. title reigns. One-time Tag Team Champion, one-time MVP. We have the other half of our Raw Tag Team Champions, Ilya Dragunov, with a 9-16 record, one-time World Heavyweight Champion, two-time United States Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion. He just needs an MVP to do it all. We have one half of our Women's Tag Team Champions, the Goddess Alexa Bliss, 18-12 record, two-time Women's World Heavyweight Champion, two-time Tag Team Champion, one-time MVP. She's done it all so far. We have her tag team partner, the other half of the Women's Tag Team Champions, Carmella, the Princess of Staten Island, 10-10 record, clean 500 record, two-time World Heavyweight Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion, one-time MVP, winning that tag team title. Let her become a Grand Slam champion or whatever. She's done it all in GM mode so far. We have the man, Becky Lynch, where this is one of the rare times in the recaps where she's not holding any title, as you can see from her accolades. 18-17 record, five-time Women's World Heavyweight Champion. That is a record so far. Two-time Tag Team Champion, six-time Beetlejuice Slapnuts MVP award winner. I think John Cena holds the record with 7 from WWE 2K23. Can she pass that? Who knows? We have Carl Anderson with a 21-14 record. I was wrong. Randy Orton, not the first. Well, he might have been. I don't know who got to 21st between Randy and Carl, but they are both in the 20-win range. I believe they're the only two to do that. Carl has more wins than Randy, so we'll say he did it with 21. Two-time United States Champion, two-time Tag Team Champion, one-time MVP. He just needs a world title reign to do it all. We have Jim the Anvil Neidhart with a 9-4 record, one-time United States Champion, two-time MVP. We have Chelsea Green. Yes, I'm gonna do it right now. Chelsea Green. That it just sounds nasty every time I do it. My voice is too deep. 18-14 record, two-time Tag Team Champion. She needs a world title reign. She needs an MVP. I'd like to see her have at least one world title reign this series. We have our Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, the only wrestler to have over 20 losses, while Randy and Carl have over 20 wins. Roman, the only one with over 20 losses. 14 wins, 23 losses, two-time World Heavyweight Champion, two-time United States Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion, three-time MVP. We have Blair Davenport, who lost her world title last episode. She has an 8-9 record, one-time Women's World Heavyweight Champion, one-time MVP. We have Tiffany Stratton, which she left us in Season 1 because she was upset. We brought her back in the draft in Season 2. She didn't do that great in Season 2, but 5-15 record, one-time Women's World Heavyweight Champion, one-time Tag Team Champion. It was not Tiffy time. We have the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Came in not through the draft, but through free agency. 3-6 record, one-time United States Champion. Wasn't that impressive this season. Does he come back? Who knows? We had an Easter egg to end Season 2 last episode. Akira Tozawa. We drafted him in Season 1. Signed him the final show of Season 2, WrestleMania, just to make a quick appearance, quick cameo, doing promo at WrestleMania. So why not? We're going to have him listed here in the recaps because damn Tozawa! 5-11 record, one-time Tag Team Champion. We have Fallon Henley with a 5-14 record, one-time Tag Team Champion. We have Tyler Bate with probably one of the most unimpressive records, 2-12 record, but one-time United States Champion. Can't ignore that. We have Liv Morgan, who did not go on a revenge tour. Maybe she comes back and goes on a revenge tour. Started this season so good, then ended it really bad. 5-14 record, no titles, no accomplishments. We have Noam Dar, who did better than Tyler Bates, but no titles, no accomplishments, 4-10 record. Then last episode we signed Hulk Hogan, 0-2. Randy Orton ended him at WrestleMania. It's time for the Slapnuts Beetlejuice MVP award winners to who performed the best from last episode, and the male Slapnuts MVP award winner is Randy Orton is the MVP award winner. He wins the United States Championship. He goes 4-0. Had an impressive episode to end last season. He is your MVP.
Grit to me is being the one constant.
As for the female Slapnuts award winner, it is your goddess, Alexa Bliss. It was a close call, but you know what? We ended up giving to Alexa, had a lot of wins, won a tag title. She earned it.
Because I'm taking my title back.
It is the start of Season 3, and we are here picking the wrestlers that we want. Because we got to second place, we got to pick 5 of our wrestlers, which in reality we're technically first, but the trophies, we have more fans than NXT, but they have one more trophy. And it was tough, you know, we have a lot of wrestlers we could have picked. We went with Rhea Ripley, you know, we added her. I love me some mommy. Hulk Hogan, why not? This is the first time we could have got a legend, and plus we could keep them for the whole season. We keep Randy, because he's been there the whole time. We keep Alexa, because I love Alexa. You saw we almost kept Tiffany, but instead we went with Chelsea Green, because Chelsea Green, I wanted her to win one world title. NXT gets JD McDonough with their first pick. MVP goes to SmackDown with their first pick. And then we had a tough choice. I knew it was either Roman or Becky. We spent too much money on the wrestlers we kept. But we got to keep our tribal chief. Roman comes to Raw. NXT then picks up Dominic Mysterio. SmackDown then picks up Dexter Lumis. And we are keeping Carl Anderson on Monday Night Raw. NXT steals Tiffany Stratton from us, and SmackDown picks up Nikita Lyons, and we are keeping yet another wrestler on Raw, Blair Davenport. NXT adds Isla Dawn to their roster, and SmackDown adds Andre Chase, and we give Carl Anderson his partner, Luke Gallows. NXT then picks up Maxine Dupree, SmackDown picks up Eric, and then we get a newcomer to Raw in Cora Jade. NXT adds Cameron Grimes to the roster. SmackDown picks up Tozawa, steals him from us, sad. And then we add Gigi Dolan to Monday Night Raw. And that will be our final pick in the draft, trying to save as much money as we can. As NXT goes, picks up Natalya. SmackDown picks up Drew Gulak. That's ending SmackDown's draft, Teddy Long's roster. Damian Priest gets drafted to NXT. And Brutus Creed is the last draft pick that goes to NXT as they end their draft with that final selection. And these are the official rosters we're heading into Season 3 with SmackDown, NXT, and Raw. We have 2 less wrestlers than NXT and SmackDown. We did go a lot bigger. Probably should have tried saving more money, but we wanted those home run picks. We wanted Randy. We wanted Rhea. We wanted Alexa. We wanted Roman. We wanted Hogan. I said last season when we signed Hogan, I wanted Hogan versus Roman. We got to keep that promise. And this is our roster. I'm happy with it. You know, we have some new faces. Kept a lot of our old wrestlers, which I prefer keeping the old wrestlers. And it's nice to sprinkle in some new faces, but we could have done better, you know, but we'll do what we can. Just try to reclaim that first place trophy. We have Triple H letting us know he's happy with what we did with last season, but be careful of NXT, which they are in the top because we messed up season 1 with that trophy. William Regal giving us props, which we do have more fans than NXT technically. And then Teddy Long brags about having Indy Hartwell, which I just think is funny. We use our Legend Whisperer power card, and we had a choice, you know, of who to boost up to level 20, but we want to take one of the up-and-coming wrestlers like Gigi Dolan, boost her from 5 to 20, just to give us a chance against NXT and SmackDown. And this wouldn't be a Beetlejuice My GM mode if I didn't just attack NXT for no reason, so we're immediately using This Is War against NXT. Thanks to the Legend Whisperer, Gigi Dolan gets 3 new perks because she's level 20, so we're going to give her that basic popularity, try to get her popularity as high as possible, improve our roster, give her the Bruiser bonus class. I just like Bruiser more than Cruiserweights. We're going to give her the Tornado Tag specialty as well. We had 2 less wrestlers than NXT and SmackDown, so we answer that by getting Roxanne Perez. And then we signed Grayson Waller, so we get that Grayson Waller rub.
What did he say?
We start Raw with Gigi and Rhea versus Cora Jade and Alexa Bliss for the tag titles. Use that tornado tag specialty, and Gigi and Rhea are your new tag champs. Luke Gallows doing some advertising, trying to make up the money we lost. Then we have Chelsea Green versus Roxanne Perez in her debut tables match. Chelsea Green picks up the win, starts a rivalry with Roxanne. Blair doing advertising. Roman Reigns versus Carl Anderson for the World Heavyweight Championship, and your tribal chief is the champion.
Acknowledge me.
Good match. Then we have Grayson Waller doing some advertising, continuing the feud from WrestleMania. Randy Orton versus Hulk Hogan for the United States Championship. Hulk Hogan's your new United States Champion. SmackDown has Kit Wilson versus Andre Chase for the WWE title, and Kit Wilson is your WWE champion. Starts a rivalry. Then we have Eric doing a self-promo. Akira Tozawa makes his debut on SmackDown against Baron Corbin, and he picks up a loss. Unfortunate. Starts a rivalry, though. IC title on the line. Drew Gulak versus Ridge Holland versus Dexter versus MVP. Dexter Lumis is your new Intercontinental Champion. Indy Hartwell, Nikita versus Bailey Dakota for the tag team titles. This is who Teddy Long said we're jealous of, is Indy Hartwell. Me personally, I think Bailey Dakota, which you see they retain their tag titles. NXT Tag Titles on the line. JD and Damian Judgment Day versus Undertaker and Cameron Grimes. Diesel runs in. Doesn't matter. Undertaker and Cameron Grimes win the tag titles. Brutus Creed does a self-promo. Isla Dawn versus Maxine Dupree one-on-one. Maxine Dupree picks up the win. Starts a rivalry. Santos calls out Creed. Then you have Tiffany Stratton versus Natalya. We had both of them season 1. And Natalya picks up the win against Tiffany. Starts a rivalry. Then you have Josh Briggs defending against Dominic Mysterio, the NXT title, and he retains. He's been killing it. We have more fans than NXT, but second place SmackDown is not coming back.
He ain't got no Mac for me.
Then Teddy Long and SmackDown using a power card on us. I just don't know what we did to them. You see, he's rubbing it in. Sabotage. What did we do to you, Teddy? Then you have William Regal saying, what did we pull? Come on, it's a gag. We have to do it all the time. Randy wants a rematch against Hogan. He got it. They have the little rivalry going on. We have Triple H coming up to us about an ad agency. Why not? The last one went pretty well. So let's just keep it up and do another one. See what happens. We're going to use our To The Moon power card. We're going to use it on Luke Gallows. We thought about it because we have a lot of wrestlers we can use it on. But we want Gallows and Anderson to just kick off Monday Night Raw, be the tag champs, and just kill it. Then we use This Is War on NXT again because I just think it's funny because why not? Last season, Rhea Ripley beat Blair Davenport for the World Heavyweight title. Blair gets a rematch to start off this Raw. Rhea Ripley retains. Mommy stays on top. She's always on top. Alexa Bliss doing some advertising. Then we have Anderson and Gallows versus Waller and Roman Reigns for the tag titles. Anderson and Gallows are your new tag champs. Roman Reigns didn't get that Grayson Waller rub. Very unfortunate. Then we go to Gigi Dolan doing a self-promo. And she gets one pop. That's something. Chelsea Green versus Roxanne, continuing that rivalry from last week. Chelsea Green wins back-to-back matches against Roxanne. Cora Jade doing a self-promo, continuing Hogan versus Randy for the U.S. title. And Hulk Hogan said, ain't gonna work for me, dude. SmackDown starts off with Baron Corbin versus Akira Tozawa in an Iron Man match. And Baron Corbin beats Tozawa. Damn, Tozawa, what a match. Amazing match, though. Kit Wilson calls out Andre Chase. Dexter Lumis and Andre Chase versus Eric and Drew Gulak. Eric and Drew Gulak pick up the win in an okay match. No other promos for SmackDown. We have MVP versus Ridge Holland. No hold barred match. And MVP picks up the win. Why is it all red? Ooh, Ridge Holland's injured for a week. That's why it was red. Dakota and Bailey versus Nikita and Indy. No tag titles on the line. Dakota and Bailey still win. Josh Briggs defends the NXT title again against Dominic Mysterio. This time in the opener, and he retains yet again. He's been just dominating NXT. Then we have Santos doing some training. We have Cameron Grimes versus Diesel one-on-one, and Diesel picks up the win against Cameron Grimes. Then we have Creed calling out Santos. Rivalry grows up. Natalya defends her NXT championship against Isla Dawn. It doesn't matter. Natalya retains. Good match. Then we have The Undertaker versus JD McDonough, main event for the North American title, and Undertaker retains. We have a pretty good fan lead, but we're just down one trophy.
It's funny.
Right.
It's not fucking funny.
We get the results of the ad agency from week 1. We lost 1,000 fans. That's not good. Randy's happy he got the rematch, upset he lost. Blair Davenport wants a rematch against Rhea Ripley, upset she lost, wants to beat her. We have Roman Reigns versus Carl Anderson for the World Heavyweight title again to start off this run. Carl Anderson is your new World Heavyweight champion. He beats the Tribal Chief, starts a rivalry. Congratulations to Carl. He's done it all now. Alexa Bliss doing some advertising again. Grayson Waller versus Luke Gallows, trying to give him that Grayson Waller rub, and it doesn't matter because Grayson Waller wins. Disappointing match, starts a rivalry. Gigi doing some advertising. Then we have Chelsea Green versus Roxanne for the third week in a row. And Roxanne just still can't get that first win. Rivalry grows up. Mediocre match. Chelsea wins. Blair doing advertising for the third week in a row. Hogan versus Randy. Actually, it's like 5 weeks in a row. Hogan picks up the win yet again. Andre Chase gets another shot at the WWE title against Kit Wilson. It doesn't matter. Kit Wilson retains against Andre Chase. Great match. Drew Gulak doing a self-promo. Dexter Lumis defends his Intercontinental title against Chester and Eric. Eric picks up the win. Look at that. Chester's back. MVP calling out Rich Holland, not versus yet. Baron Corbin versus Akira Tozawa. Baron Corbin 3 weeks in a row has beat Akira Tozawa, so that's unfair. Come on, Kurt Angle, that's not even fair. Charity, Bailey and Dakota versus Indy Hartwell and Nikita. They win the tag titles this time. Tiffany Stratton gets another shot at the NXT title against Natalya. Natalya picks up the win against Tiffany. She's on a roll. The rivalry goes up. Cameron Grimes doing a self-promo. Maxine versus Isla yet again. And this time Isla Dawn avenges her loss, picks up a win against Maxine. No other promos for NXT. Damian Priest versus Brutus Creed versus Santos Escobar. And Santos Escobar picks up the win. Josh Briggs defends the NXT title against Dominic for the third week in a row. And he retains it for the third time. The fan gap's pretty wide. You know, SmackDown's gone. They're not coming back. And we have 40,000 fans compared to NXT.
Love that shit.
We get the results of the second week of the ad campaign. We gained 5,000 fans, which that's good because now we're at like plus 4,000. Then Triple H tells us how to play the game. That's funny because he is the game. Chelsea Green then wants to team up with Blair Davenport. That was corny. Rhea Ripley's excited about the PLE. Tag team action. Rhea and Gigi versus Chelsea and Blair. Rhea and Gigi pick up the win. Chelsea did not get what she wanted, a win. Luke Gallows doing some advertising. Alexa Bliss's first match of the night. Or the episode versus Roxanne, and Roxanne still can't pick up a win as Alexa picks up the win. And then we have Grayson Waller giving us some advertising rub. Carl Anderson versus Roman Reigns for the fourth week in a row. Roman Reigns picks up the win so far. Good match. They're 2-2, I believe. Cora Jade doing some advertising. Hogan versus Randy for the fourth week in a row. And Randy Orton finally gets a win this episode. SmackDown starts off with MVP versus Ridge Holland 1-on-1. And Ridge Holland picks up the win. Okay match, continues the rivalry. Indy Hartwell training after winning the tag titles. Fatal 4-way, Chester versus Dexter versus Baron versus Captain Good. That's hilarious. Baron Corbin picks up the win. And then we have some tag team call out. Bailey, Dakota call out Nikita and Indy. Drew Gulak versus Kurt Angle. Kurt Angle wins his first match on SmackDown this season. Nikita doing some training. Ooh, both tag champs doing training. Tables match, Kit versus Andre for the WWE title. And Andre Chase, your new champion. We have Diesel versus Santos to start off NXT, and Santos beats Diesel 1-on-1 in a good match. Maxine then calls out Isla Dawn. Rivalry grows to 3. Brutus Creed versus Damian Priest versus Clay Courtman, and Brutus Creed picks up the win. Disappointing match, though. Cameron Grimes doing a self-promo. Then we have JD McDonough versus The Undertaker 1-on-1. No title on the line. The Undertaker buries him. Good match, starts a rivalry. Isla Dawn doing a self-promo. Natalya versus Tiffany in a tables match for the NXT Women's Championship. Tiffany Stratton, your new NXT champion. If only we got that trophy season 1. NXT then hits us with a power card, and that is a crazy power card. All our wrestlers losing 5 popularity is insane. We get the final results of the ad campaign. We get 9K, so that's, 13 in total. Roxanne comes to us. She wants a new contract. She's the prodigy. We're going to keep her. We don't like letting our wrestlers leave anyway, so we give her a new deal. Grayson Waller wants a new deal. His contract's up, and he's the Grayson Waller effect. He gives everyone the Waller rub. Of course, we're bringing him back. William Regal saying we hit him once, he's getting payback. To be fair, we hit him twice. Chelsea's happy we let her team with Blair, and Cora Jade wants a match, so you get what you want, Cora. We're not done signing wrestlers yet. We get the five-time champion Booker T to Monday Night Raw. R-Truth upset John Cena turned heel, so we're going to bring him on to Monday Night Raw to be our hero. And you don't get that many opportunities to sign Billy Graham, so why not? We're going to use our homecoming card, which is interesting because we can make any one of these 5 a permanent roster spot. Don't have to keep on re-signing them, and it's tough. But we ended up deciding Booker T because he's the 5-time world champion. Who doesn't love Booker T? We open up Backlash with Rhea Ripley defending the world title against Blair Davenport, and Rhea Ripley retains. Mommy is on top, completes the rivalry. We have Alexa Bliss doing some self-promo, and we get one pop on her. Cora Jade versus Gigi Dolan submission match. Gave Cora what she wanted, but Gigi picks up the win. This rivalry goes straight to 2, skips over 1. Luke Gallows doing some charity. We have Chelsea Green versus Roxanne. Can Roxanne finally win a match this episode? She can't. Chelsea Green picks up the win. Mediocre match. R-Truth doing a self-promo for Pop. I mean, he is a master on the mic. Carl Anderson versus Roman Reigns. Carl Anderson picks up the win. No title on the line. Doesn't matter. Carl Anderson wins. Grayson Waller doing some charity rubbing. That sounded weird. Billy Graham runs in on Hogan and Randy main event title match, and Hogan picks up the win. Classic. Last man standing the match to start off. Backlash for SmackDown. Baron Corbin versus Akira Tozawa. Baron Corbin wins, and Tozawa just can't pick up a win this episode. Eric doing a self-promo. Then we have triple threat action. Drew Gulak versus Kurt Angle versus MVP. And Kurt Angle picks up the win. 2 matches won so far this episode for Kurt Angle. Nikita Lyons doing a promo. We have Indy Hartwell versus Dakota. Bailey running in on Indy, though. Doesn't matter. Indy Hartwell picks up the win. Great match. Ooh, there was an injury. Chester and Captain Grog. It wasn't Gorg or whatever. It doesn't matter. Dexter Loomis and Ridge Holland win the SmackDown tag titles. Kit Wilson versus Andre Chase backstage brawl for the WWE title. Kit Wilson wins it back. We have Dominic Mysterio versus Josh Briggs to end the rivalry for the NXT title, and Dirty Dom does the dirty deed, wins the title, and he gets injured. Natalya gets called out by Tiffany. JD McDonough versus Santos one-on-one. JD McDonough picks up the win. Couldn't beat The Undertaker, beats Santos. Isla Dawn versus Maxine. Hell in a Cell. Natalya runs in somehow. Isla Dawn picks up the win. No other promos. We have Diesel versus Brutus Creed in an Iron Man match, and Diesel picks up the win in an okay match. Tag team action, Undertaker and Cameron Grimes versus Clay Courtman and Damian Priest. Undertaker and Cameron Grimes. Legendary match win. And it's just sad we don't have that one trophy, because look how good our fans are.
So I would die?
Yeah.
I probably died like 10 years ago.
For the first time in this series, we're actually proposing a trade. We're offering R-Truth for Kurt Angle, which Teddy Long and SmackDown say no to, which I can't blame them. We had to try. Don't want to give up R-Truth, but if it's for Kurt Angle, why not? And because of Teddy using all those power cards against us, we're just going to annoy Teddy. We're going to offer R-Truth in $1 for Kurt Angle, which he says no. And at this point, I'm just having fun. So we're going to throw Kurt Angle in $2, or R-Truth in $2 for Kurt Angle, which he says no to yet again. Understandable. This we're going for the home run right here. We're going to throw R-Truth in $10 for Kurt Angle. How could he say no? He does. He says no, unfortunately. Trade decline yet again. We're just getting under his nerves. We're going to go one more time. R-Truth in $500 for Kurt Angle, which he says no. And it locks us out of trades. We can't offer any more trades. And the funny thing is then Teddy Long goes and offers us a trade, $59,000 for R-Truth. We just offered you like 5 different trades for R-Truth. They're all jokes. But you actually want R-Truth. Screw you, Teddy. We're not giving you what you want. And then William Regal and NXT offers something that I don't think we can refuse. Damian Priest for $252,000. This will be the first trade we accept this entire series, and it's for Damian Priest. And we're just going to take it, add another wrestler to the roster. We then have Triple H letting us know if we book Rhea Ripley versus Alexa Bliss in any way, those 2 wrestlers will get a popularity boost. And I love me some Rhea Ripley. I love me some Alexa Bliss. Why not book it? Why not have Mommy versus the Goddess for the World Heavyweight Championship? He's just booking the show for us. And this even boosts what we want, because Alexa Bliss wants a world title shot. And you know what, Alexa? You've earned it. Let's get you and Rhea Ripley going. That's going to happen next episode. Look forward to that. Then we have Roman Reigns saying Anderson cheated him out of their last match. He wants a rematch. You got it, my tribal chief. Anything for you. I love you, my tribal chief. Now we're getting up to the shake-up part. We're going to go and we're going to use the Water Boy because we need a workhorse. We need someone to just grind. Someone just go in and have match after match after match. And why not have R-Truth be our workhorse after we try trading him? I hope you all enjoyed. See you next time.